Hi, welcome back to One Finger Death Punch 2. That's right, my wrist is sufficiently healed that I'm prepared to give it a go. We've had a bit of a session prior to this and my wrist hasn't fallen off. So we can go in and do a few stages, see if we can clear up this little portion of the mini screen here and have a good old bit of fisticuffs. And so now we're off. So there's a couple of changes with the setup this time around. Ouch. In the previously, I was capturing with OBS, like using OFDP 2 in a window. That's how I did One Finger Death Punch in the original kind of run. Just running in a window on a desktop, and then using OBS to capture that window, and using the desktop's own rubbish microphone for the commentary. Whereas now we've gone semi-pro, and I've got a dedicated capture unit. Which is being captured off the desktop through the capture card onto the my laptop, which is nice, and it should give us a much nicer capture. The best thing about it means I can actually play the game in full screen as well, which is sugar prioritizing a bit wrong there. So yeah, and the other thing as well is we're using a dedicated mic. The capture card I'm using has a ludicrously long name, as you'd expect. It's the AVerMedia Portable Gamer Pro 2 Plus, which is very proud to display its 4K capturing credentials with a silver embossed 4K on it. But the one other thing it's got is it has its own internal SD card slot, so you can capture straight onto an SD card. It doesn't need to go through an external app or anything. So you don't get any control over what it captures. It just comes in at, I think, 1080p, 60 FPS, 1080p, but in MOV format, which is a bit of a bummer if you're used to MP4s and messing around with MP4s. But that's such as life. The other thing that's really cool that it's got is a mic in channel. So you can just plug in any old mic and it'll just record it straight off you, mix it for you. Fucking great. So we just duffed up everybody there. Let's get going. See if we can do this thingy. It's gone well fast. Oh no, Ball of Death, come back. Oh no, we're going to have to say goodbye to the Ball of Death. Oh no, there he is. He's waiting for me. Ow. I think we did lose our Ball of Death there. We didn't give it enough love. Always love your Ball of Death. I think what I'm going to try and do as well, if I can, is set up a finger cam so you can actually see what the digital inputs are. H. There we go. Some power maneuvers. Boom. Got to chew through that lot with not too much hassle, didn't we? Legendary. Thank you very much. You're very kind. So it doesn't seem to be causing us too much jip. So I've already done that stage. So what does it leave us with? What else have we got to do? There's one over there. Let's go to that one. So on we go. So yeah, the capture card's worked out pretty well, which is not bad. It's 149 off Amazon. Paid an extra tenner to get a 128 gigabyte SD card to go inside it, which is all pretty. It comes with all the leads, which is very nice. A nice long USB lead because it's sort of USB powered, and when it's sort of working in PC mode, it chucks it all over USB. So I'm slightly concerned about frame drops because it did drop a few and it did its own kind of PC-less capturing. I tried a little bit of Warriors Orochi straight off the PS4 and it dropped a few bits and pieces. So that was a bit of a concern. Maybe it was just getting burnt in, eh? Hello, boss. Oh, you yawned some, boss. What was the point? It's more like it. Well, maybe not. They're not really up to the task, these bosses. I don't feel intimidated. Whoops. Oh, the worst one ever. Oops. Not very good. What is the point? Seriously. This is the worst. In your face! Ow! Well, there we go. A bit of a sloppy ending on that one there. Even though I only got one miss. That's not bad. Right, we're off to next then. Haven't we done everything? Have we not done that one? Oh, I haven't done that one. Yeah, let's go here then.
Quite a deadly target.
Oh. This is a different old mode. I think it's fairly self-explanatory, isn't it? Hey, Eddie Gordo, cheesy as ever. Though someone did once claim to me that there is a tech way to play Eddie Gordo. Well, you know, we all know you loved Eddie Gordo or you didn't. If you're asking me, it was all about Kazuya Heihachi and Nina Williams. But it's like those swines that used to play Wang. No, we did it. That was fairly unspectacular. A bit of an anticlimax to that one there. Oh, let's go on, let's go, let's go.
White mob round.
Boom. Nothing like starting the level with a power up. So for a bit of a wrist update, I'm starting to get a slight tingle in my fingers, which is not a good sign. So maybe we're going to give it a rest after this level. Not try to push my wrist too hard, lest we end up not being able to play OFGP for another month. But I mean, I got to play tons of Heat Signature, and I also bought recently Objects in Space, which is kind of deepest old school kind of space trading game shit. We're full on. I think someone called it modem punk fetishization. It's like everything is being played on an early 80s computer. All the spaceship displays and stuff. Incredibly granular control over your spaceship setup. Fucking great. And it plays more like a game of submarines rather than kind of warships, which is the traditional kind of space thing. It'll be that in space it's either jet fighters or it's battleships, isn't it? Whereas the reality is it's much closer to submarines, and so a game that treats it like submarines in space is actually super refreshing if you're well into your hard sci-fi like I am. Alright, should we try this one? I reckon we can do this, can't we? Yeah? We got enough time? Yeah, easy. Let's go! Hey, it's loads of them! That's a nice way to say hello. I do enjoy this density of enemy. Ow! Yeah, that's a bit more like it. And it does feel like I'm working for it now. Woo! Jet fighters. Eat it. Sorry, I've gone quiet. Doing a lot of concentrating. Yeah, this is much nicer. It's much more intense. Ah. Cheeky power up. Saves the day. Got to struggle. Bam, 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 bam. You're shit. Hey, we did it.
Legendary.
And we got legendary, even though we got 2 misses. What a bummer. Have we cleared it? And now there's 1 more. Oh, I suppose we better do it, eh?
Fight. This level is impossible. Club round.
Is it really? That's an unusual bit of shouting. Because it's 361 dudes. Wow. I love a challenge. Eat it. I can make your life very easy by killing you. Blimey. Yeah. I think that was some quite handy health there. I don't think I actually needed it that badly. Yeah, this is keeping me on my toes. And you a fast bastard. Oops. Sloppy. Oh, look at these arrows. Here comes the train. Choo choo. Oh, that's going to cost us. I'm getting a lot of those. Ah! Yeah, that wasn't good. No, that was useful. Thank you, Mr. I just threw it away. As is always the case. Get so excited about getting some health back that you immediately lose it. Ah, we got some running thing. Ah, you see, you lose once, you lose the round. Now we got the katana. Golden sword. Let's not die. Let's see if we can do it. I doubt it very much. Oh, we died. We died. Let's restart. Let's do.
Destruction is here. Club round.
So I guess this basically functions as a boss round because it's just a big old slog. Let's see how we can do. See if we can be a bit less sloppy. And try and not die. Tap it in. Hey, nice. Eddie Gordo, like I said, cheap and cheerful. Useful. Now we're up to full health, and I haven't immediately thrown it away. Oh, that was lucky. So I'd actually pressed the wrong direction when that triggered. So I'm trying to keep an eye on that KO count and see if I can keep my health above half. Hey, there it goes. Yes, thank you. Try and see if I can keep my health nice and high before I get into the halfway point, which I think we should be past now. There we go, 183, nearly. That is, was it 365? I can't remember. But yeah, basically, if we can keep our level of health looking fairly reasonable until we get to sub 100, that's quite a big psychological milestone in these big marathons. Nice bit of health there. Come on, ball of death. Yes. All the power-ups trigger at once. Nice. Who wants it? Oh. Yes. Don't know if you remember back when I was doing the time limited stages on OFDP1 and I just used to bash away just to get through them and not really care about the misses. That's basically how I'm dealing with these mobs, but with a vague quantity of counting. But it's not conscious. It's all reptilian brain and yeah, spinal processing and ganglions and that shit. Another Gordo. We're down to 10 of these little I don't care. We did it.
Masterful trophy unlocked.
We did it with a crazy ending. Brilliant. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little run. Glad we didn't finish on a bummer. Finished on a win, which is excellent. The wrist feels a little bit shonky, but hopefully we'll be back to do more later. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.